Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry it's been a while, but I hope everyone is doing okay right now. I've been feeling a little down lately, so I just haven't felt like recording a video or being on camera. I've still been doing my makeup and like posting it on my social media, so if you're interested in seeing some makeup posts, I will leave my social media in the description box. But I thought today, instead of doing a tutorial, I would actually talk about my favorite products that I use. And I did this look today and I used strictly only these products, so you can kind of see how they work. And I think I'm gonna go through in the order that I do my makeup, well at least try to, I might screw that up, and just talk about every product that I have. I tried to only choose one product for each category, but of course with like lips and eyeshadow it was really hard, so I kind of made categories within the categories. So yeah, I'm just gonna get started. So when I do my makeup, I always start with my skin. So to do that, I go in with primer, and the first primer that I use is actually a primer water, and I don't know if this really actually does anything. I think it might just be all in my head. So this is definitely not a necessary step, but I just like it because I feel like it hydrates my skin before I put on my makeup, and maybe it does help my makeup stay longer, I don't know. But it is the Smashbox primer water, and you can get, this is a more expensive primer water. I got it in like a gift set, so it wasn't that bad, but you can get plenty of primer waters at the drugstore. I don't really think there's a significant difference between some water, so anyway, I always start with a primer water. And then I will say, when it comes to my skin, I like a very dewy finish. I like my skin to still look like skin. I don't like heavy coverage. A lot of these products are gonna lean towards that, so if you are more of like a full coverage person, you might not agree with these products, but I just wanted to say that before I got into the rest of them. So after I let the primer water sit on my skin and dry, I go in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. So I don't really know how to describe this. It's a pore filling primer, but it's not like your classic like silicone feeling. It's more of, I guess the putty is a good word for it, but then once you warm it up, it does just like blend into the skin, and it really does fill your pores, and this I can confidently say makes my makeup last longer. There's a lot of primers that I've used where I trick myself into thinking it makes my makeup last longer, but this definitely does. So if I'm going to be wearing makeup all day, I always wear this. So if you're looking for a drugstore primer, this is the best one. I actually think it's better than most high-end primers. So when it comes to foundation, I actually don't wear foundation very often. The only time I wear it is if I have like a show or if I'm going out, which I never do. So I usually just skip on to concealer because like I said, I really like that skin like finish. So if I am going to wear a foundation, I actually usually go with like more of like a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer, and the one that I've been using lately is the NYX Bear With Me, and it is called a tinted skin veil. The only downfall is I don't have a lot of colors, and I think that's because it does blend into your skin so seamlessly, and it's very light, so you don't have to have an exact match. Like this one is actually significantly darker than my skin, and I feel like it doesn't look too bad, but the texture of this, the way it makes my skin look and just evens things out is really good, and it's another drugstore product. Actually, most of the products that I'm mentioning are extremely affordable, and I actually only see one high-end product, so yeah, that is something that's pretty cool that I didn't even realize. So after I do my foundation, when I do wear foundation, I do my concealer, and the best concealer I've ever used is the CoverGirl True Blend Concealer. This is so much better than Shape Tape. I know everyone loves Shape Tape, but this gives the same exact coverage but doesn't crease as much and is less drying. And it is, I think, about $8, where the Shape Tape is, I think, $25. And I'm pretty sure you get the same amount of product, and it's just, go try it out. Like, I cannot recommend this concealer enough. And after I do my concealer, I set my entire face, and the best powder that I've ever used, and I've been using it for I think about 5 years now, is the RCMA No Color Powder. So it's a translucent powder, so it's good on every skin tone. The only downfall is the packaging. Like, I don't understand this packaging. I wish they would change it, but other than that, it's the best powder ever, and anyone that I have let use this or recommended to loves it as well. And you get a ton of product. This will last you a year, and I think it's $12. So if you're looking for a good powder that doesn't get cakey, and you can literally build this up so much and like do touch-ups with it, and you'll never look cakey with it. So definitely recommend this. And then after my powder, I go in with bronzer. And the bronzer that I've been loving lately is the Milani Soleil bronzer. It's a baked bronzer. And this is more of like a warm tone bronzer. I don't use this to contour. I just use it to kind of give my face a little bit more dimension. And it does have a little bit of shimmer in it, but nothing too crazy. It really just gives you that like sun-kissed glow. And I usually, if I'm just like doing my makeup for like work or, you know, something casual, I don't contour. But if I am gonna go for like the full contour look like I did today, just for this video, I will go in with this Bronze Booster Trio from Physicians Formula. And the reason why I like this is because of this middle color. It's more of like a cool tone color, which is better for contouring your face. What I like to do, because it is very cool tone and it can look muddy if you're not careful with it, I like to mix the middle and the bottom color, which is more of like a warmer tone, and it gives me just like the perfect contour color. So if you're looking for an affordable contour palette, I definitely recommend this. And then after I bronze my face and contour, I go in with one of my favorite steps, which is highlighting. And I prefer a very blinding highlight, so if you're into like a subtle glow, these products are not for you. So I don't know if you can tell, but I really enjoy a blinding highlight. So the first highlighter that I love is a cream highlighter, and it's the ColourPop Super Shock highlighters. This one is in Flexitarian, and it's super creamy to the touch. The best way to apply it, because it is kind of tricky to apply at first, because it can leave just like a streak across your face if you don't get like the right application. So I like to use just like a dense blending brush, and I just take it and tap it in there and just like kind of do circular motions on my face. But this is seriously, I don't know if you can tell, just like super shiny, and it just like looks really wet on your skin. And then the next highlighter that I love are the Wet n Wild loose highlighters. These are absolutely insane. Like, even I have to be careful with these, because you can, if it's possible, you can go overboard. So yeah, they're messy, but the product is absolutely amazing, and I think they're like $5. So that is this. I don't know if you can see those, but yeah, they're very blinding and I love them. And I have like a bunch of these, and all of them are good. This one is in the color, I honestly do not see a color name, but it's one of the darker shades, and I use it more in the summertime. And then after I am done highlighting, I move on to my eyebrows. And when it comes to my eyebrows, I'm not gonna lie, I'm super basic. I'm not really into eyebrows, probably because I don't have good eyebrows. So I just fill them in as best as I can in hopes that they look okay. And the product that I use is the Anastasia Dip Brow in the color Taupe. And I feel like everyone uses this. It's like nothing new. This is the only, well, one of the only high-end products I have, but it's still not. It's about $18, but it lasts, I would say, a solid 6 to 8 months. So it's worth it to me. I just fill in my brows, and then I might go over my brows with like a brown eyeshadow. So yeah, nothing special when it comes to my brows. I wish I was better at doing them, but it's not my forte. So the next item is eyeshadow, which is, oh wait, I totally forgot blush. So I actually do my blush before I do my highlight. So I'm going to talk about my blush now, and then I'll go back to eyeshadow. So the blush that I really enjoy right now is the NYX Sweet Cheeks blush, specifically in the color Risky Business. But honestly, this formula is just absolutely amazing, and I don't think I've ever heard anyone talk about these. They're just so pigmented. You do have to go in with a light hand, but I love blush, so I like to kind of look sunburned. So this gives me that without having to put a lot of effort into it. So I highly suggest these blushes, any color, just the formula is really good. Okay, so back to eyeshadow. So I have a couple of categories for this because I cannot just talk about one specific eyeshadow. So overall, I would say the majority of my palettes are Juvia's Place because when it comes to eyeshadow, I like a lot of shimmer, a lot of glitter, I like duochrome, and just different colors. And so Juvia's Place just happens to have all of those in their palettes. I probably have like 6 or 7 of their palettes, so I'm just going to show you my favorite, and that is the Tribe palette, and it's just like a bunch of different greens and some warm tones, and I'm just obsessed with this color story. And the mattes in this palette, like this is like I don't even know how to describe it. It's almost like a orangey green brown. But it's just like, it makes every look really grungy, which is what I go for. And like this shimmer, it looks just like a white shimmer, but it actually is a duochrome that turns orange and green, and it's just absolutely amazing. And like I love this dark green, and look at how pigmented that is for a matte. So yeah, if you are looking to add a little color, I mean, they do have neutral palettes, but if you're looking to add color and different textures, I highly recommend Juvia's Place. They are very affordable. Most of their palettes are under $20, and a lot of times you can get a sale and they're around like $10. So I have been doing a lot of neutral looks lately. I really do like a neutral look, even though I always talk about color, and most of the eyeshadow looks I do for my social media have color to them. But like today I did mainly a neutral look, and when I'm going for a neutral, I always use this Milani Soft and Sultry palette. I just absolutely love these colors. You have, the thing I hate about neutral palettes, most of them, is they don't give you enough depth. Like they'll have like one darker color and the rest are just kind of like mid-tone, and then you get the same look every time you use it. Whereas this one has such a nice gradient, and the shimmers are just like perfect for a neutral eye look. I can't recommend this palette enough. The only thing is I think it has been discontinued, but I saw so many of them at TJ Maxx for like $5. So if you see this, go get it. I'm sure you can still find it online somewhere as well. And then going back to like colorful eyeshadows and like glitter and duochrome, I am absolutely obsessed with the ColourPop Super Shock shadows. I would say 90% of the time I have one of the shadows on, because I cannot, even when I do a neutral look, I cannot have a look without an intense shimmer or glitter or duochrome. So yeah, they're just like in these little pots, and they are a cream formula, so you will need to apply them with your finger, which is fine because I put them on my lid. And I'll just show you a couple of my favorites. So this one is in the color Ripple, and it's this really pretty purple with a blue shift, and it also has blue glitters in it, and it just like elevates any look. And of course my battery is dying, so I'm gonna go through the rest of this rather quickly. And then the next shade that I'm obsessed with is the shade Moonwalk, which is a green gold red shift. This one doesn't have glitter, it's just simply a multi-chrome, and yeah, it's just absolutely gorgeous. I love green eyeshadow, so this always makes a green look have just that much more of a pop. So those are my favorite eyeshadows. And then when it comes to mascara, Essence is the only way to go. They're $5 mascaras, and this Lash Princess is amazing on its own, but I like to combine it with the I Love Extreme from Essence, and this is just like my perfect lash combo. It gives you length and it gives you volume, so yeah, you need to get these. I can't recommend them enough. And then for lip products, I have like 3 that I like for different reasons. So what I'm wearing right now is this Mega Last Stained Glass from Wet n Wild, and it goes on like a lip gloss, but it's not sticky at all. But the best thing about it is once the gloss fades, it just leaves this nice stain on your lips. You don't have to worry about having the color like transfer, and then when it does wear off, it does it gracefully, so it's just a great everyday lip. And then kind of going along with that, I love the ColourPop Ultra Matte, the Ultra Blotted Lips. These just happen to give you a nice coat of color, but they literally feel like nothing. You're not gonna get like an intense like deep lip with them, but you're gonna be able to put color on your lips without worrying about them. And then when it does come to color, I'm obsessed with a classic red lip. And the best red lip I've ever found, and I've tried so many, but my favorite is this one from Ofra. Like, you can't even see the writing on it anymore because I've used it so much, but it's in the color Atlantic City, and it is the perfect blue tone red. It makes your teeth look white, and not only is the color amazing, but the formula is just the best. I have a couple other Ofra liquid lipsticks. They are more expensive, but they're not crazy expensive. I think they're like between $12 and $18, depending on where you get them. But the formula is super creamy, and it does dry down matte, but it doesn't give you what I call butthole lips, where they get all like crusty and then the center like wears off. It's a really long-lasting lipstick, and the color is just perfect. And then once I'm all done that, I go in with a setting spray, and my favorite setting spray is from Morphe, and it's their Continuous Mist. I would spray it on camera, but I'm almost out, and I can't get any until this damn quarantine's over with. So I'm gonna just explain that it is a extremely light mist, and well, it's like a fine mist, but it covers your entire face in 2 sprays. It makes your makeup last so much longer, and you get a ton of product. So I highly recommend this. Alright, so thank you for watching. I hope that I covered everything, and I know right now is not the time to go buy makeup because of everything going on. So just, this isn't really a video to encourage that. It's just me talking about products that I love because I am obsessed with makeup, and it's just a passion of mine, and right now I need something to get my mind off of everything. So, but I will say these products are cheap, so after this is all over with, I would go out and try a couple if you haven't already. So anyway, I hope that you guys have a good day, and that this video got your mind off of things for a little bit. And if you like my videos, if you want to give me a subscribe and check out my social media, that would be awesome. Bye guys.